Big story that we are tracking at the top of this hour. Politics has peaked over massive seizure of PDS rice from Kakinada port. Nadendla Manohar, Andhra Minister for Civil Supplies, has hit out at the previous YSRCP government, blaming them for the alleged rice mafia in the state. The minister said that it was the YSRCP government which removed fair price shops, which triggered pilferage in the public's distribution system and encouraged the rise of rice mafia. Nadendla, he also said that previous Jagan government gave 41% stake in Kakinada port to a realty firm, Aurobindo Realty. Minister, he also in fact alleged that Aurobindo Realty is the front for Jagan.
Last 3 years from Kakinada port, especially after Kakinada seaports had given up 41% of its share to Aurobindo Realty. How much rice export has happened from Kakinada is almost 48,000 crores of rice was exported out of Kakinada port. The reason behind it is they had established a network all around the state, an existing system where fair price shops were managing the ration distribution were cut short, and in its place 9,260 MDU vans were replaced. These vans were providing the cover to take away the rice meant for the 1 crore 48 lakh beneficiaries of the rice card scheme.
And my colleague Uma Sudhir joins us on the phone line to get us more on this. Uma, just break it down for us. What is this entire controversy?
So, Andhra Pradesh Deputy Chief Minister, Mr. Pawan Kalyan, and the Civil Supplies Minister, Mr. Nadendla Manohar, both of whom belong, of course, to the Janasena party, had gone to the Kakinada port just day before yesterday. And at that time, there was a seizure from a ship of tons of rice that, Pawan Kalyan said that was an illegal smuggling that was taking place. And he at that time also flagged concerns about security threats and the import possibly of drugs and narcotics through that route, because he expressed shock that there was just about 20 special police constables manning a 2,200-acre area of the Kakinada port. Now they have expanded on this and flagging several concerns. One, they say that the Jagan Reddy government had in fact stopped supplying the PDS rice through the 29,000 PDS shops, fair price shops, and instead they had said they are going to have mobile door delivery of these stocks. And he says in the name of door delivery, they had diverted huge amounts of rice, and Mr. Manohar has actually put a figure to it, saying that 48,000 crore worth of rice was diverted at Kakinada port, and he says that as much as 1 crore 30 lakh tons of rice has been exported from there, whereas giving a comparison with the Kakinada port or Narsipatnam port or Gangavaram port, he says the quantities are much less, and he is flagging the concern not just about the rice being smuggled in this manner, the PDS rice that is meant for 1 crore 48 lakh beneficiaries of the fair price shop, subsidized rice. He's saying that was diverted, and second part of it is saying all this happened just in the last 3 years, the figures that he has given. And he says there was a lot of pressure on the Kakinada port, Mr. K.V. Rao, to part with 41% a majority stake of the port to Aurobindo Realty, and he is actually alleging that Aurobindo Realty is actually a front for Jagan Reddy, and saying that he not only has fooled or cheated the people of the state by not giving the rice meant for them, they've also taken over the port, not allowed entry of media people or any other inspections at the port, and he is now raising questions about what kind of activities could have been going on there. They've flagged one more issue, saying that during the COVID pandemic, a lot of rice that was given by the Center for Distribution, that had also been diverted, is the allegation that is being made. Very serious allegations for which possibly a probe could be ordered at this stage. Back to you.
Absolutely. Uma Sudhir, thank you very much for getting us all the details. These are massive allegations. We'll try and get the views from both the TDP as well as the YSRCP. I'm currently joined by Professor Jyotsna, spokesperson of the TDP. I also have Mr. Satish Reddy, spokesperson of the YSRCP. Satish Reddy, to you first. How does the YSRCP respond to the allegations that have been made by the minister there regarding the party's role in the alleged rice mafia?
This is all rubbish. All these days, the present government, the coalition government in the state, the BJP, the Janasena and the Telugudesam, they're only trying to malign the image of Jagan Reddy by trying to build up some unnecessary narratives. So this is one such a narrative wherein these people unnecessarily, they're coming and they're spoiling the interest of this country also. This country is getting a lot of income through exports, and majorly rice is produced in Andhra Pradesh, and the farmers of Andhra Pradesh will get good price only if rice is exported. So these people with their unnecessarily cinematic exposure are just trying to create some heroic image. They're only trying to spoil the economy of this country. So the first thing is, if at all there is any smuggling, and if PDS rice has to be exported, it is only through land. You see, all the PDS rice will be supplied to the PDS shops or to the beneficiaries by road. So it is their duty, if at all some rice has been stopped or it has not been distributed properly, my only question to them is, at least as a single beneficiary represented to anybody, that the rice has not been distributed properly in this state during the Jagan Reddy's regime. And definitely, once the rice is delivered to the beneficiary gives an acknowledgement also that he has received. So there is a procedure for that. You cannot take away somebody's land, and people are not so foolish to go away with their PDS rice, because rice is supplied free of cost to the beneficiary in Andhra Pradesh. Okay. So if the government is giving, just listen 1 minute. If the government is giving something free, all the beneficiaries, they fall in queue and they take the benefits. So has the state recorded at least one single allegation where the beneficiaries did not receive that rice? So today you are coming with a narrative that 6 months back during YSR's regime, it was not delivered. And in fact, it is one of the most successful schemes. The beneficiaries, the poor people in the villages, they directly got the rice into their household. And such a successful scheme also, with this heroic image, to improve their heroic image or something, they're just trying to malign such schemes.
But Mr. Reddy, the minister is also speaking about, one of the things that he has spoke about is the removal of the fair price. Can you provide an explanation for the removal of the fair price shops during the previous government's tenure?
Nobody has removed the fair price shops. It was only stated that the beneficiaries were facing some problems to go and collect it from the fair price shop dealer. So the then government took an initiative to arrange door delivery to the beneficiaries. And it had happened for 4 or 5 years, and all the beneficiaries are so happy, and there was not a single case or single report in the newspapers that the rice was not delivered to them. You see, the poor people,
okay,
when some scheme is going on, nobody will forego their scheme. They have taken all the beneficiaries have taken whatever rice has to be delivered to them through PDS. They have given acknowledgements, and there were no reports of any sort of misuse in that. And today, these people, just to create some heroic image, they are going to some port.
Okay, we'll try and take a response from Professor Jyotsna on whatever that you said. Professor Jyotsna, respond to what Mr. Satish Reddy has said. Also, what evidence does the TDP have to support its claim of rice mafia operating in the state?
See, actually, I'm surprised at the response from the YSRCP in this particular case. It's not 1 or 2, 1 crore 13 lakh metric tons of rice, PDS rice that we are talking about. So it's not 1 or 2 or 3 or kgs, I think, Asama, we have to understand that. Second thing is, you have a port of almost, I think if I'm not wrong, 2,200 acres, the Kakinada port, if I'm not wrong. And you have only 20 constables there. What is the logic there? How are they going to, ensure the security of that particular place? And again, coming back to one of the claim of YSRCP spokesperson that the fair price shops were not removed. I'm sorry, I think he has to remember that the fair price shops were removed during their tenure, citing that the people are unable to go there, and they did a huge scam of 9,200 mobile distribution units. And there were many instances, he says not even a single complaint, but there were many instances where it was, the people were complaining that the mobile distribution units are not properly doing the job that was assigned to them. And
Okay.
after Sri Nadendla Manohar Garu took over in our regime now, he took over as the civil supplies minister. I think in Guntur and almost all the places, all the districts, he went around and there were so many instances where he caught hold of the malpractices that were happening in the
All right.
mobile delivery units. But coming back to this, yesterday, Honorable Deputy Chief Minister Pawan Kalyan Garu went there, exposed a scam, a scam. Now, what is the explanation of YSRCP with regard to the Aurobindo involvement and 41% of share of Jagan Reddy in Aurobindo? I think they have to give an explanation on that
All right.
also.
That's a fair
Along
point, ma'am,
with-
that you have made. I'm extremely sorry that we are running short of time at the moment. Professor Jyotsna and Satish Reddy, thank you very much for joining us on NDTV and sharing your views there.